Esports, who have just clean swept Primal Esports. And, Godalions Celeritas, they had quite some trouble beating Primal Esports, while Ziad Esports easily swept Primal Esports, who we have just seen on stream. So, we are seeing Godalions Celeritas, the first place of Division 2.1, playing against the fourth place of Division 2.2 in Ziad Esports. So, however, Ziad Esports had a really good run in that lower bracket, and here they are in the grand final. And, well, Godalions Celeritas, they have all the chance of the world to, take the series to their side. But Ziad Esports can definitely come back in the series, because, of course, they're one game down, but they're really capable of, doing some good stuff. They only lost 2 games in the 4 best of 7s they've played. So, everything can happen. But definitely, Godalions Celeritas, they have a little advantage here going into the grand final.
Yeah, definitely. Ziad Esports absolutely decimating that lower bracket run. As you say, only dropping 2 games, even sweeping Primal, who came down from that upper bracket. And Celeritas struggled a little bit against Primal yesterday, but both these teams are refreshed. It's a new day. And now what we have here is the 2 best teams in the division going head-to-head. Godalions with that 1-0 advantage. Will that make the difference? We'll have to see as we let them kick off.
Yeah, we can kick this game off. Now, we also have an analyst in the back as well. I want to say welcome to Mikey. Can you give a little introduction to these teams here we're going to see kicking off now?
Yeah, so we've got Godalions Celeritas consisting of Robo Hunter and Aero taking on Ziad Esports' Jota, Pating, and King Aliz. I think Ziad Esports, they're on a roll. They were on a roll since yesterday. Clean swept pretty much throughout at the lower bracket. So it should be a good match.
It should be a good match indeed. Robo popping it off here, but FTK takes over. FTK, well, he's back. We just saw Chris Bursford as stand-in, doing a really good job, but he's replaced now. It will be FTK back in the Ziad Esports side. Robo now tries to continue as King Alice gets it out. FTK tries to go for a flip reset. Arrow in the corner. Tries to take control of that. He's taking control. The stand-up player for Godalions Celeritas definitely is Arrow. Maybe the MVP of Division 2 as well. He's done an incredible job so far in this season. I think he's also peaked at around 1800 MMR, which is incredible for Division 2 standards, of course. But definitely a really good player that is here at the Godalions Celeritas side. Sir Hunter on the side now, popping it off the ceiling. FTK challenges that, but Robo faster than him. Pating popping it up, tries to find one of his teammates. The Arrow up already, pushing it to the right side. Pating tries to take control. Just gets possession away kind of to Arrow, but he's kind of awkward now. It falls into the middle. King Alice tries to take the shot on, but Sir Hunter with the first save of this game. Godalions Celeritas kind of struggling here with Arrow now with the flag. No really good flag. Gets a demo after though. Robo facing the ball. Sir Hunter popping it up. FTK leaving it for his teammate Pating. Off to the left side. Robo losing the chance against King Alice. Now Arrow tries to win the challenge, but King Alice takes over. FTK now with a shot, but Sir Hunter another save. So far it looks like Godalions Celeritas, they are maybe the favorites here, but it looked like they were quite struggling. Now they had a good shot, but still 0-0. Godalions Celeritas really trying to get that goal, trying to get a second game, because of course they already have a game in hand.
Yeah, a bit of, back and forth in these first couple minutes. Both teams have good attacks. Here we see Celeritas coming in. Arrow just can't quite get the speed up. Very confident in the air is Arrow, as we saw yesterday. Perhaps that'll be something for this Ziad team to watch out for as he goes up once again. And there's the double tap. What a banger.
Yeah, I've talked about it already about Arrow, he's such a mechanical player. You can't give him that space. If you leave the backboard open like that, if you miss the ball from the backboard, Arrow will score those goals any day of the week. Arrow, this is his first goal of the series, but definitely it won't be his only one. The stand-up player of Godalions Celeritas, FTK, going for the shot of the ceiling, but can't get it. But now it's shot wide. FTK tries to get it into the middle for one of his teammates. Robo there tries to get it into the middle, but the opponent is there already. King Alice with a shot. Early pressure now. Ziad trying to get back in this game. FTK tries to get it out. King Alice, it's a little bit of time. Beats out 2. Kind of a double commit by Robert and Sir Hunter. King Alice getting the demo on the third player Arrow. Maybe that's a tactic that Ziad needs to do. You know, demoing the best player of Godalions Celeritas, demoing Arrow out of the game, trying to create some space. Robo on the side now. On the side, Sir Hunter. You know, Ziad Esports are quite struggling right now. They've got some shots. They've got 5 shots, but they can't really just get the goal past Godalions Celeritas. Still Godalions Celeritas with 4 saves. They do having their defense quite well. You know, the offense is good as well. As I just say, Robbo getting the second goal for Godalions Celeritas, doing some good stuff in defense, but definitely in offense as well.
Yeah, Celeritas has such a well-rounded team with this main roster. You know, as you said, the offense is clean. Especially you got Aero, very mechanical player, but Hunter and Robo themselves very confident. On the defensive line, the rotations, very rarely do we see a mistake. You know, they've got that very tight and, as we see, very individual, good saving skills as well. And it's just why they're such a solid team. It's why they've made it into the grand finals through that upper bracket. And right now, they're dominating. But here's an early chance for Ziad to perhaps get some room back in this game.
Yeah, you know, Godalions Celeritas still came to this grand final by beating their opponents in 2 game 7s. So there are definitely some weaknesses in the Godalions Celeritas side. There's definitely some things you can beat this Godalions Celeritas side. And definitely Ziad Esports, they know that. They know that there's something. But Ziad Esports still not capable of getting the ball past the defense of Godalions Celeritas. This one now bounces from the corner. 50 seconds left to think. Desperately trying to get a goal for his side. But the ball is still at the side of Ziad Esports. Robo does get a shot. Missing the ball. Arrow now off the back wall. It is. But saying getting blocked. Getting bumped all the way in the air. King Alice now. FTK pops it off the back wall. Arrow clears it out. Time is really ticking out. 30 seconds it is. FTK. Maybe should have left that for his teammate. He goes all by himself off the back wall. Goes for the air dribble. Maybe for the ground pinch now. Gets help from his teammate King Alice. Arrow clears it out off to his own back wall. Bounces off the back wall. Robo. Demo on Arrow. Well, now it doesn't really work as the ball's all the way at the other side already. King Alice. But now FTK. Another demo. But this time on Sir Hunter. FTK tries to get it out. Arrow now pops it from the back wall. From the side, I have to say. And I think this game has been decided. Celeritas up by 2 games. So close to win this grand final. To be the first place of Division 2. But it's not over yet. And Ziad can still come back in the series.
Yeah, strong game from Celeritas. Ziad had, you know, a few opportunities on that net. 6 shots. It's not like they weren't able to get the pushes going into attack. But they just struggled to get finishes past that solid Celeritas defense. Meanwhile, we saw a few solo goals giving Celeritas the lead there. You know, they had a similar amount of shots, but they just managed to put a few past. And that's what ultimately led to them taking the win. And because of that advantage, they're now sitting at 2-0 in this series. So a bit of pressure lifted off their shoulders coming into the rest of this one.
Yeah, we have an analyst in the back. So let's see what Mike has to say about this game 1.
I think it ultimately, you know, it really comes down to the attack. Ziad Esports, they're not as mechanical as a player like Aero for Godalions Celeritas. And it really showed through. You know, they were unable to sort of break that defense. And if you can't break the defense, you can't get the goals. It's all well and good having a good rotation, having good defense, but you have to have good offense to just get the goals that you need to be in with a chance of taking the game.
Yeah, now we are going to see Godalions Celeritas up by 2 games of goals. They've only just won 1 game. They already had a game in hand going into this grand final. Ziad, a lot of work to do. Just to say, both of these teams already qualified for Division 1 next season. So, you know, this game is just to determine who's going to take the gold medal, who's going to take the silver medal of Division 2. Game 2 kicked off to the side one now. No one really pushing that. Arrow just will go for that off the corner. Tries to get again, maybe. Gets a shot on net, but Patink can get a save off the corner. It is a pinch all the way to the other side now. Arrow tries to get it. Tries to get it past 1, but good block there from Ziad Esports side. A shot on the post now. A miss from Patink. Maybe should have scored that goal there. But in the end, it's scoreless. 30 seconds passed. Great first opportunity for Ziad, though, in this game 2, or game 3 maybe. Rabo all the way to the other corner now. It's Arrow bouncing down off the side one now. Robbo all the way to the other side. Kind of a back and forth game so far. We have seen a good opportunity by Ziad in the beginning of this game, but outside of that, not big threats created. But as I say that, it is Robbo getting the first opportunity for Godalions Celeritas, but no goals created yet in the first minute of this game.
Yeah, once again, the early stages of the game, just a bit back and forth. Here comes Robo and Hunter with a double commit there. Both teams just looking to get that opening pick, try and get a bit of momentum. But, as I said, it's a lot less pressure for Celeritas because they know even if they do end up dropping a game here, they still have that lead. Ziad really are searching for that opener, try and get themselves a bit of morale up, a bit of momentum in the series.
Demo from FTK on Sir Hunter. The ball's going to the side of Ziad. Arrow pushing the ball upfield. Sir Hunter goes up for that now 80 boost. Has some time to work, but tries to get it again. Can't get it though as the ball now bounces towards the corner. Patink tries to get it again. Gets it under Arrow kinda, but Arrow can still get a touch there. Sir Hunter keeps on going with that. King Alice takes over. Challenge from Arrow. Other side ball. FTK gets it into the middle. Sir Hunter going up for that. Need to get it. And no one really there from Ziad pushing that. Leaving a lot of space for this Godalions Celeritas side, it looks like. In the corner, FTK with the shot. It is an open net. And in the end, Sir Hunter gets the own goal. Probably shouldn't have hit that, but Godalions Celeritas down by 1 here after roughly half-time played.
Yeah, Hunter on that awkward front post positioning. Arrow tried to make use of him, but he couldn't make connection with the pass. Just ended up giving possession away. They get caught out in a bad spot and ends up forcing the ball into his own net because he can't make a good save. Not sure what Robo was doing as the third man, but bit of a mistake. Still plenty of time for them to come back into this, but that is what Ziad needed to pull themselves back into this series, just that first goal.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes still to be played. Godalions Celeritas really will try to win this game, maybe to clean sweep Ziad Esports. But we have seen how strong Ziad Esports can be in all the games in the lower bracket. Now, talking about a strong Ziad Esports scoring the second goal. I'm not really sure how this happens, but it goes past all the 3 defenders of Godalions Celeritas.
Yeah, you got 2 people on the front post, awkward spots sideways to the ball. They're not able to react. Arrow thought that maybe at least one of his teammates would be able to get a touch, and he was also a bit too far forward. And now that Ziad got that first goal, they've seen the cracks in the defense. They found them once again, and slowly they're going to be able to pull themselves back in. But here's Sir Hunter trying to make sure they don't get too cocky.
Yes, Sir Hunter straight after the goal of Ziad will get a goal on his side. It is 2-1 now. Great shot from him. 122 kph. Banging into the net. It is in the middle. However, it was just so fast that the defenders could do nothing about their shot. I think off the side, missing the ball kinda gets them straight after. But the ball is getting cleared out. FTK back into the middle in front of his own goal. Arrow pushing there. The dangerous man of Godalions Celeritas can't score this time. But now bounce in the middle. What a pass that is. What a play that is from Ziad Esports. That is why they are here in the grand final. And that is a great play from Ziad.
Yeah, the lovely pass off the ceiling for Tink. Just brilliant read. Hunter tried his best, but perhaps shouldn't have got so greedy and pushed out as that last defender ends up leaving the net wide open. Ziad once again getting that lead. Still time for Celeritas, but slowly Ziad are pulling themselves back up to what what their peak performance should be. And they're realizing how easy it is to get those goals in.
And of course, they've only lost 1 game, but they're 2 games down. Up to the sidewall, Sir Hunter tries to go for like a musty arrow now with a shot. It is off target, but Robert free shot for him. But FTK in the end saved the ball. And the ball bounces off the ceiling. Patink going for the shot. It is wide arrow going for the clear. Good read from him. Patink off the back wall now. No one there to follow, so Robert has a lot of time to do something with the ball. Tries to float, but FTK going for the challenge, which he wins. Now for the back wall, FTK going for a little bit of confusion there between the players to see it. Sir Hunter missing the ball. Patink, good read from him, good block from him. Sir Hunter clears it out. Now see King Alice tries to find his teammates maybe, but needs to go for it himself. But Robert earlier there to get the ball to the other side. Arrow now tries to find his teammate. Patink clears it out, but he's going back into the middle. Could be dangerous. Arrow there. So is Robert. Now the goal's wide open for Godalions Celeritas. The ball is not in position to be scored out of. FTK now getting beat by Arrow. Arrow getting beat here again, but that's an open net. It is missed up by Sir Hunter. Definitely should have scored that. definitely being 2 goals down, that was the golden opportunity for Ziad to come back. It was an all open net, but in the end, not scored by Ziad. Or by Godalions, I have to say.
Yeah, Celeritas managing to cling on, not letting any more goals in, but really struggling on the offensive side here in this game. They haven't been able to get the space and the freedom they need in offense. They tend to shine most when they're able to just play super aggressive and pile pressure onto that backboard. But Ziad this game have been playing it brilliantly on the defensive half, not letting them maintain pressure, getting big clears to alleviate, the attack. And it's been working out nicely for them because they've taken their first game in this series.
Yes, Ziad winning this game, coming back in this series, and definitely we can expect more from this Ziad alongside in this series. Mikey.
Sorry, my mic was just completely not working then for whatever reason. Yeah, I think Ziad really sort of noticed the defensive issues that Godalions Celeritas has. But Ziad, for Godalions Celeritas, it seemed to be positioning was their issue. Every time a sort of a goal went in or a shot was taken, they were in a very awkward position. So it seemed that was their downfall this game. And Ziad Esports, they noticed that, they capitalized on it really, really well, but they kind of struggled a little bit with their rotation. The little tiny bits of timing are so important. And what I saw was that Ziad, they didn't necessarily have that perfected, which is what we've seen from them in a lot of the previous games. But Ziad, they should be happy with that win.
Yeah, definitely we're gonna see. Can they continue this? They're still 1 game down. But yeah, we still have to see. Ziad Esports, good game from them. Beating Godalions Celeritas with 2 goals. But here, Godalions Celeritas will try to get themselves into match point. They just need 1 game for that. And then after, they're just 1 game away from winning Division 2. It is Godalions Celeritas, still up by 1 game. But Ziad Esports taking this momentum maybe from the last game into this game. Straight into this game, Arrow demos Patink as Bonner bounces from the ceiling. Arrow clears it out, has no boost to the left, can't go for the follow. Clear shot for Patink. It is over the net though as Sir Hunter pops it over 1. FCK still can recover from that. Robo gets it from the back wall. In the middle, Arrow just clears it out to one of his teammates. Sir Hunter tries to pop it out for his teammate. Patink just flicking into that ball. Gets it again from the sidewall. In the corner, that is Robo. Tries to get it. It's over 1. There's no danger still for Godalions Celeritas. Off the back wall. Sir Hunter tries to take control of that. Finds his teammate Robo. Robo, no one there to challenge from Ziad Esports. Now from the back wall. FTK can clear the ball out. And that's a good shot. Is it going in? Actually, it's going from the crossbar. And again, it's shot over by Patink. A good shot in the end from Ziad, but in the end, no goal created. But again, Ziad with quite some pressure, quite some offenses as well. Good to see them getting some offenses against the favorites, Godalions Celeritas.
Yeah, Ziad making a heavy offensive pushes. They keep threatening that backboard. They keep pushing it. They're not letting the ball leave the half of Celeritas until now. And it's really putting Celeritas in a bad spot because they're not able to play the way that they like to play. And it's showing.
Yeah, so far, Godalions Celeritas, they're kind of coming back now. They kind of try to create some offenses. Sir Hansen now pops the ball up. No one there to follow as Arrow is really awkward to go for that. The ball bounces from the corner. FTK decides not to go for it. Leaves it to his teammates. The ball now bounces into the middle. King Alice going for the shot. No, going for the pass, actually. That's a great play from the Ziad Esports side. Great save in the end by Arrow. Sir Hansen in the counter-attack off the wall. Has the boost to go for that. Goes for the musty. But can't get any power to that. King Alice takes over, gets past Robo, but Arrow there. Solid 3rd man, solid 1st man. He's always there for Godalions Celeritas to clear the ball out, to score the ball. Now Sir Hunter, he needs to score for Godalions Celeritas. He does indeed, and will get the 1st goal of this game.
Yeah, a bit of a miss there from Patink, and the 2nd miss from FTK leaves King Alice alone, and he's just pushed a bit too far out as well. Very easy goal for Hunter, and he does so with ease. Celeritas now taking the lead in this 3rd game, and if they were to maintain this, as you said, they'll be in a very, very good position.
Yeah, definitely. One goal up from Godalions Celeritas, going for that match point. Arrow now gets a save. Really weak dodge though, as he was really positioned awkward there. King Alice. His face to his own goal, not really what you want to see. Arrow there, but King Alice clears it out before Arrow can get a hit on that. The ball bounces from the side wall. Still Hunter pops it up to the corner, so King Alice can take over. Jumps over the demo from Arrow. Really good vision from King Alice, but can't do anything more with the ball. FTK in the middle, tries to find his teammate, but can't find him. As FTK now in the corner, as he play the ball out. Tries to take control. He passes Arrow. What a great play from FTK that is. We'll get the equalizer in this game, and FTK with a great goal that is.
Yeah, not sure where the third man for Celeritas was. I believe Robo just pushed too far up. No one waiting on the back post. FTK beats out two people with style. Manages to equalize beautifully for Ziad.
Yeah, one already is in his grand final, game 4. Robo gets it out now. Tries to get it again. Of course, Godalions Celeritas still up by a game, but they really want to get into match point after this game. They need to create some more offenses because, you know, they just let Ziad do their thing, and that's not what you want to see. Godalions Celeritas first place of Division 2.1, seed number 1 as well, based on the MMR. Well, you know, they're doing a quite good job, but still, Ziad Esports, they can definitely come back in this series. 1.5 minutes to go as Arrow take control here, gets a flip reset, confuses FTK with that. Really good control from Arrow there in the air. Robo missing the ball. You now see a flick from Patink. FTK with a great block. Patink now with a shot. Robo forced with a save. Bounces off the crossbar. And Robo can get it again as well. Now bounces into the middle. Patink going for it. Missing the ball. So does Sir Hunter. As Arrow now going for the air dribble. Tries to be a 1. Great block by him. But now straight after, it is King Alice trying to create some pressure for the Ziad Esports side. Robo tries to take control, but Patink already there. You can't give Ziad so much time, you know, and that's definitely what Godalions Celeritas are doing well. Not giving Ziad Esports time to dribble, to do their things. Now they're, you know, trying to demo, trying to create some offense is really good to see. And Godalions Celeritas, you know, they're kind of getting back in this game with a shot as well now from Robo. 30 seconds to go, and this game 4, I believe. 10 to go to a OT.
Yeah, Celeritas piling on the pressure, but they can't quite get past the defense. Ziad clinging on, trying to drag it out into overtime, where they can take Celeritas by storm with perhaps a quick offense, but it could be a mistake here. 10 seconds to go and the final offense is coming.
Ooh, could have been very dangerous. Still the pressure. Oh no, FTK with a shot, but Robo this time positioned well. Maybe this will go to an OT. It bounces from the corner and the ball is dropped. It is OT. Celeritas just one game away, or one goal away, I have to say, from going into match point into game number 5. Arrow now with the block, but can't get it into the danger area. Patink missing the ball again. Seen quite a few misses from Patink so far in this game. King Alice can't really get a hit on that. Patink going up for that. Into the corner, King Alice, no boost to work with, leaves it for his teammate, as Robo now can get a free hit. The ball bounces now towards Sir Hunter. Sir Hunter maybe tries to get it again. King Alice missing the ball. Looks like a little bit of a panic there from Ziad in defense. King Alice will get it out. Finally, King Alice can get the ball to the other side, into the corner that is now. So bounces from the ceiling. Oh, that's dangerous, but in the end, Arrow, really good speed from him to clear the ball out. Can get the ball into the middle. Great pass from him. Oh, great shot from him, actually. But King Alice in the end able to save the ball now. The ball is finally pushed out by the Ziad Esports side. But Sir Hunter tries to keep up the pressure into the middle now. Patink with a great pass. King Alice off the back wall. The Arrow get it past 1. Keeps him going. Gets the ball into the middle to his teammates. Sir Hunter decides to not go for it. As Patink will take over. Straight after. Ball bounces into the corner of Ziad Esports. Ball bounces down. Arrow going for that, getting the ball to the side wall, getting the ball past 1, but Patink there to clear the ball out to his teammate King Alice. King Alice will get another hit on that, kind of a back pass, great hit from him. FTK a little bit slow to that as Sir Hunter can take over. Sir Hunter with the flick, that is not enough to pass the goalkeeper. And you know, we have seen some attempts from both teams here, and it definitely, you know, it has not been enough to beat the defenders, to beat the opposition's defense. And in the end, you know, we still see a 1-0 scoreline, we still see OT. What do the teams need to do different here in this OT to win it?
This gameplay just seems so slow, if I'm being completely honest. The teams aren't playing fast, and because of that, they're never able to get any power on the ball because it's always traveling so slowly. Of course, I'm not saying it's impossible to get power off a slow ball, but if they're able to just speed up, get better passes, get better shots, they definitely will make more cracks appear in the defense, because defenders who have to react quicker will end up being more likely to make a mistake.
Demo from Robo on King Alice. Sir Hunter will take benefit out of that, as he will just decide this game here. Pating with air dribble, a miss after from FTK, and well, the net is wide open. Then King Alice got demoed. FTK definitely should not have gone for that. A double commit cost to this goal. Also the demo for Godalions Celeritas, winners of this game in match point. Mikey, what do you have to say about this game? Can Godalions Celeritas bring this game to an end, bring this series to an end, or will Ziad will come back, bring it to game 7, and maybe win grand final after all?
I think if Ziad, if they want to take it, they're going to have to switch it up. You know, Alex made a great point in that overtime about the speed of the game, and it seemed to be the issue for Ziad throughout the entire game was that the shots were there whenever the ball was free. They weren't quick enough to go for it. They were just caught sleeping a lot of the time by Godalions Celeritas. And when you're playing against mechanical players like Sir Hunter, Aero, and Robo, like you can't just sit there and wait for it. If it's free, if the ball isn't with them, go for it. And even in that overtime, both teams incredibly slow to get it, and it really proved to be the detriment of Ziad Esports during that game.
Yeah, we have to see can Godalions Celeritas win this series now. Ziad Esports definitely, they had quite a good game, but in the end, not enough goals. I think 9 shots and only 1 goal. That's not the accuracy you wish to hope from them. They've came so far, but now they're just 1 game away from losing their first series in playoffs. Well, it doesn't matter really if they lose this one, because, the first place won't receive a prize pool, but they will just, it's just, they can crown themselves to winners of Division 2 if Godalions Celeritas wins this series. But, Ziad Esports will try to do everything they can to prevent that and, take the crown of Division 2. The game has kicked off, which could possibly be the last game of Division 2 for this season. Arrow popping it up. It's FTK going for the shot now, bouncing down, but Sir Hunter can get the save. Arrow going for that good speed from him. FTK takes control, takes it over 1. Sir Hunter takes over. Good pass into the middle. Pating, good speed from him. Arrow really patient to save the ball. Well, good patience from him. Want to bounce into the middle. Arrow clears it out before his opposition can. Arrow tries to keep on going with it. Has no boost. FTK, gets the ball to the side wall. Takes over now. Has no boost. A little bit of a double commit there from Ziad Esports, but there King Alice already to get a shot on. Not a big threat though. I see Arrow with a lot of time, a lot of space, but FTK now pushing. Great challenge from him as he now tries to get the ball into the middle. But Sir Hunter takes over into the corner. Gonna bounce from the side, bounces from the back wall now. Awkward bounce that is for the Ziad Esports side, but in the end, no threat for Ziad. Well, bounce now from the ceiling. Sir Hunter going off with that great demo from Arrow, but unfortunately the shot from Sir Hunter wasn't quite on target. King Alice tries to get it out. FTK now. Sir Hunter, no boost to work with. Looks like Ziad Esports are kind of starving Godalions Celeritas now. Sir Hunter 12 boost, just had 0 boost, He doesn't really have a lot of boost, goes for the offensive boost, completely out of rotation at this point. Ziad Esports doing quite a good job in this game so far.
Yeah, Ziad doing good to push on that goal, trying to create chances for themselves. Celeritas had a few very close opportunities, but just couldn't quite fit them in. Here's Robo making a solo defense of the goal. Still 2 minutes in. This game is key for Ziad, because if they don't win, then Celeritas claim the title with relative ease. They kind of need to put that first goal in and build some momentum for themselves. Otherwise, they're going to get stuck in a hole.
In the corner now, Pating will try to get to the middle maybe to find one of his teammates. King Alice takes over. Now Arrow, good speed from him, gets it out. Half time played in this game 6, I believe, or game 5 it is, sorry. Now bounces into the middle. Arrow will get a shot on. Up to the back wall. No one going for the read, as the ball just bounced from the back wall, but no one went for the shot either. FTK now losing the challenge against Robo as the ball now bounces to the side wall. King Alice and Arrow both missing the ball. FTK demos Hunter after, gets the ball here, but gets demoed. Arrow getting revenge on FTK. Sir Hunter, a little bit of time, but gets challenged straight away by King Alice. Arrow missing the ball, not what you would expect from him. Ball bounces from the side wall, 2 minutes to go. We see some pace now. Ziad really keen to get this game, to get this series to game 7. Arrow, oh, that's really unlucky from him. That was a really good opportunity. Now the goal is wide open. King Alice off the post. What is happening?
King Alice just threw this game for Ziad if they're unable to get another goal in. That was a double mistake, but it's going to cost more for Ziad because they need this win, whereas Celeritas don't need it quite as much.
Oh, that's a banger. That's a banger and off. King Alice just had a really easy shot, but he missed that one, and then straight after he just gets this shot. A banger. 118 from his own half, beating both defenders. That mistake doesn't really matter now, as Ziad Esports up by 1 here.
Yeah, does make up for his earlier mistake. Great job on his part, but still, Celeritas have some time to bring it to an OT or perhaps even claim the regulation win.
And if they do that, of course, they are the winners of Division 2 for this season of ECC. Now the ball bounces from the corner. FTK going up for that, missing the ball. So many golden opportunities that Ziad just, refuses to score. Definitely, they should have at least scored two more times. Well, they have a 1-0 lead, but when this game goes to an OT, or when they even lose this game, definitely they will be kicking themselves because they had golden opportunities in this game so far. Robert now going for the equalizer, can't find it as Patink gets it into the middle. No one going really. Sir Hunter takes a lot of time for that. Tries to flick out one, can't get it past the defender though as FTK going for the shot, but Arrow there ready to clear the ball out for his Godalions Celeritas side. From the back one now, Patink clearing the ball out as FTK get a demo on Sir Hunter, clearing a little bit of space now from the back where Arrow clears it out all the way to the other side. Great clear from him. So now bounces to the right side. Double commit from Ziad Esports. Bounce into the middle. Oh, that's an open net. You can't miss those. And King Alice will get his second goal. He will get the second goal for Ziad Esports.
Yeah, brilliant one. A bit of a double commit in the corner that leaves the Celeritas net wide open. Ziad, of course, will be taking that opportunity. King Alice with his second goal now, really making up for his earlier whiffs and claiming the victory for his team. Celeritas will now be forced into another game, but they still have the upper hand.
Yeah, they still have the upper hand. Thanks a lot to Ninja League for raiding us here in the Division 2 Grand Final of ECC. Arrow going for the shot for the double tap. I can't find it, unfortunately. Sir Hunter still tries to keep the pressure up to still get something out of this game. The ball now bounces towards the goal of Godalions Celeritas. Rebo pushes it up, tries to just drop it down. And the winners of this game are Ziad Esports, still going for the win here, still going for the first place of Division 2. They're just kind of coming back. Celeritas, they still have 2 lives left. But definitely, they need to look out for this Ziad Esports side because they really can come back in the series still.
Yeah.
No worries. I think that game, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it was a lot quicker. And when I say we were talking about the speed of the last game, about it just being quicker and people just going for it, that is what they made up for there. Godalions Celeritas, they had an issue with their positioning. Their rotation was a little bit off. There were so many times when that net was just left wide open, and Ziad should easily be on 4 or 5 goals in that game, but they weren't able to capitalize on it. So accuracy is an issue for them. But they still come through with that win. So it really went well for them.
Yeah, it went really well for them. And Ziad Esports, they need to continue this. They've had a really good game in the end, beating Seed 1, Godalions Celeritas, the favorites of this series, the favorites of Division 2. But the question is, can they keep it up? Can they bring this series to a game 7? They need to win this next game. And we need to see more from this Ziad Esports side. They had a good game, but they just need to continue. Godalions Celeritas still on match point, still have everything in hand. Can they win this series? Can they conclude Division 2 for this season, or will Ziad Esports come back? We are going to see that here in Game 6. Ziad Esports, they have it all in hand. Can they bring this to Game 7? It would be really, really nice. But yeah, still Godalions Celeritas, not an easy task to beat them in this best of 7 series. Sir Hunter going up for the bouncing from the corner. As the ball now bounces to the other side. No one there. King Alice takes over, picks up the 100 boost. As Arrow just tries to follow that. Arrow blocking that after. So FTK going up for that. Try to find his teammate. Shot coming in. Robo back flicking. Getting the ball out of harm's way. Double commit there from the Ziad Esports side. King Alice now with a shot. Early pressure on for Ziad Esports. Doing a really good job here at the beginning of Game 6. Unfortunately, they can't score. But definitely, it is a great start from Ziad Esports to this Game 6.
Yeah, Ziad, strong offense from the beginning. Exactly what they needed to do. Put pressure on. Try and force Celeritas out of their comfort zone. Make them, not be playing their own play style, which is what they love to do. They really struggle when they're not able to go on the aggressive side of things. And if Ziad are able to throw them off, they will be able to bring us to a Game 7.
Yeah, definitely the ball now bounces down as the ball will go to the side of Ziad Esports. A little bit of an awkward bounce, but FTK can still manage to get a clear on that. So Hunter now bounces from the ceiling. It's Arrow missing the ball. Now what you would expect from the start play of Godalions Celeritas. Now bounces from the corner. Robbo takes it up by himself, missing the ball after. Can't get a second touch as Patink goes up by himself. Can he get a second touch? Yes, he does. Can he get a third one? No, he can't, but he gets it to his teammate, forcing a save or a rubber. But in the end, Ziad can still find the first goal of this game, and it can maybe go for the Game 7.
Yeah, very good offense from Ziad. They just keep peppering shots at the net, and eventually they catch Arrow out of rotation, taking the free goal, giving them the lead. And now the pressure is on Celeritas because they don't really want to let it go to Game 7, especially with the momentum in favor of the other team. So are we looking to get goals? Here's Arrow with a lovely setup. Solo play. Hunter can't finish his Robo, but he can't finish either. Managed to keep pressure on, however.
The shot off the shot now from Godalions Celeritas. But now Patink at the other side tries to create some offense. Goes for that as well, but shouldn't have gone. Had to leave it for his team at FTK probably. Rubber now with a challenge against King Alice. King Alice takes it by himself, gets it over one. Arrow up for that, needs to get it. He doesn't need FTK now from the back wall. No one there to follow it up as Patink now goes for it. Sir Hunter goes for that now. All the danger is cleared from the Ziad Esports side. The ball pops up into the middle. Arrow going for the shot. As now the ball is getting cleared out to the own corner of Ziad from the back wall. It's bouncing in the middle. Oh, that's a miss. Robbo now going for the shot, bouncing from the back wall. Is there someone to follow up? No, there's not. But Arrow again up to the back wall. Sir Hunter going for the shot, and it falls in. As Godalions Celeritas, they will equalize it in this Game 6.
Yeah, Arrow pounding into the backboard. Hunter, great speed and perfect placement. Just drops it straight into that top corner. Really hard for the defender to react, because to save it, he'd have to pre-jump it. But if he pre-jumps it, Hunter can just place it somewhere else. Really good offense from Celeritas. They bring it back even. An immediate response coming out from Ziad, trying to reclaim their lead.
Yeah, we saw some great pressure from the Ziad Esports side, leading to a goal as well, and that's really what they need now. They need the pressure on the Godalions Celeritas side, but because it looks like with this Godalions Celeritas, they have some struggles with, keeping up against pressure from the opponent's side. They kind of panic maybe, and Ziad Esports, well, they had just one moment of pressure, but that moment of pressure led to a goal for them. Now Patink tries to create some of that pressure, and miss there, but Sir Hunter can still get it out to his teammate, but FTK intercepts the pass. FTK can get it again from the corner. Arrow tries to get it over one, but King Alice intercepts that. The ball now falls into the middle, but Sir Hunter can get a save. Arrow now open, that is! Where is the defense from Ziad Esports? 1.5 minutes to go. And Godalions Celeritas 1.5 minutes away from winning Division 2.
Yeah, a very good catch from Hunter there. Sends it all the way down to Arrow. A desperate attempt at a save, but now Celeritas have the lead. Such a strong position for them. They're on the series point. They have a goal lead. Perhaps if they keep pushing, they can really get this Ziad side to panic. Here's Arrow, a great read. And leaves with a great save, but it's just going to keep coming, and they're going to start panicking.
Yeah, the time is really ticking now for Ziad Esports. They need to create a goal. They can't just go all with offense because that creates an open net. They're just lucky there that Godalions Celeritas didn't punish them off there. Still, Hunter now goes up for that. Tries to get a third goal for Godalions Celeritas. King Alice can get a ball out. Needs to get it again, but Arrow there already with the shot on net. It is on net, and Arrow will get the third for Godalions Celeritas. Will get his second goal of the game. Will this be the decider? 58 seconds left, and Ziad Esports really struggling in this game now.
Yeah, Robo, brilliant catch, sends it into that top corner. Like I said, Ziad are just, they're getting desperate because they're in that final minute and they know if they can't tie this up, they're going to lose. But all they're doing to themselves is leaving opportunities open. But King Ali's a brilliant shot, catching defense off the kickoff.
Yeah, and that's definitely what they needed. Straight after the kickoff, a goal, and now, they have as much time left as they could possibly have after that third goal of Godalions Celeritas. See it now only down by 1. They want to bring this game back. They want to bring this series to a game 7. They just need one more goal for that. The shot is getting on target, but it's not on. It's just wide, but really unlucky there from the Ziad Esports side. Now bounces from the corner. Pating tries to go for that, missing the ball from the side ball. It's going into the middle. They need to get the ball upwards. The time is really ticking for them. Now the ball bounces from the side ball into the corner now. Pating going for that. Needs to get it again. Gets it past 1. Gets it past 2. It is not on target though. As Robo just tries to clear it out. Tries to waste time a little bit. Now into the middle, Sir Hunter. Pating with a shot. Arrow going up for that. Force with the save. 20 seconds to go. The time is ticking. Are we seeing Godalions Celeritas are the winners of Division 2? Pating with a great play by him. No one there to follow it up. Oh, there was a golden opportunity. But Ziad, again, they just lost it. 8 seconds to go. Pating going up for that off the back one now. Can he score it? For FTK does it! Ziad Esports, they equalize it.
Big bounce into the middle. And I'm not sure what Hunter was doing because he just drove along the floor like he didn't need to challenge FTK. And there's FTK, a lovely shot. And somehow Ziad, against all the odds, bring it back even. And in this game number 6, oh, here's Robo though, trying to close it out in regulation. King Ali's able to carry it into overtime. Arrow doing his best, but it does hit the floor. This is going to be a very, very important overtime.
What a series this is. Ziad bringing this game back in such a good fashion. FTK now, they really want to get it into game 7 now. They're one goal away, and Godalions Celeritas so close as well to win this series here in game 6. They just need 1 goal for that as well. Everything to play for in this OT. Now the shot on, but Arrow can get the save. So many saves from the Godalions Celeritas side. Pating going for the double. It is in the middle, but Seonte can finally clear the ball out. 30 seconds in this OT, Seonte will get it into the middle. No one there to follow it up as FTK can get a big clear. Roll bounce in. King Ali's going for the shot, bouncing from the post, and it's not in. How is this possible?
I have no...
Oh my.
I've got no idea how Celeritas got away with that. They just left the ball floating in the air and somehow the Ziad player misses the shot and they just get away with murder. If they're not able to win after, luck like that, then I'm not sure what's going wrong.
Yeah, Ziad Esports had so many opportunities in this whole series to score, but they just miss it every time. They should have scored way earlier. Now they'll bounce into the middle. Robo Santa takes over. FTK challenges that from the side where Arrow going for it, pushing the ball up. Hunter pushing the ball upfield. It's going into the middle now. Someone needs to go for it. Pating, no boost, but his savior here can get the ball out of the danger area. Arrow will still keep up the pressure for the Godalions Celeritas side. As FTK missing the ball now. Hunter in the middle. King Alice takes over. Can get a shot maybe. No, Arrow will take over as King Alice had no boost to work with. Pating now in the middle. Arrow going for the clear into the corner. Arrow will take over into the middle now. King Alice will get to his teammates maybe. Pating will get a ball upfield. Tries to get again maybe. Sir Hunter now with a little bit of control. 2 minutes in this OT. No winner yet, of course. We still play on FTK. Sir Hunter will keep getting those blocks. Arrow now with the shot on. Saved by King Alice. We still play on so many opportunities. With no goal scored, of course. We still play on as Arrow needs to get it. He's getting the ball out of play. 3-0 it is still. It's still OT, and we have such a good series here. Game 6, and Ziad Esports really trying to score the goal to bring the series to game 7.
Yeah, this is very, very tense. Ziad have some great opportunities, as have Celeritas, but no one wants to let it go. Ziad are struggling as hard as they can to stay in this one. What a link up! The passing play to bring them to game 7, keeping them alive in this series.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Division 2 Grand Final, and we are going to Game 7. What a game this was. Ziad Esports getting the win in the last few seconds and then getting the winner in OT. Getting the equalizer in the last few seconds, winning in OT. What a series this was, or what a game this was, and what a game 7 we're going to have. Mikey, what have you seen of this game? What are your thoughts of this game here?
Well, wow. I'm pretty sure that's all I can really say. The one thing that Ziad Esports, they need to work on is their accuracy. And Godalions Celeritas, they just became a little bit nervous. They sort of just stopped. They held in defense so much. And when you're at 3-3, you can't just do that. It was very back and forth. And I think that game really could have gone either way. And that was an absolute brilliant series. And I'm so glad that we get to see another game of Godalions Celeritas versus Ziad Esports in the grand final.
I think everyone would have hoped for a Game 7 here. Or maybe not the fans of Ziad, not the fans of Godalions Celeritas, but the neutral watchers here would have definitely hoped for a Game 7 here in the grand final. Only one game, and again, Godalions Celeritas, they kind of have a Game 7 curse every game in playoff so far, and it will stay like that, will be a Game 7. Well, here we are going to Game 7. Godalions Celeritas against Ziad. Two great sides we have seen. But yeah, there can only be one winner. Ziad or Godalions Celeritas. It can go any way, but let's hope for a great series here, a great Game 7. Let's just see who's going to win this series. I have no idea what's happening here, but Game 7. Okay, now we finally can get on the way. 2 players were just in the lobby for Ziad. I have no idea what's happening, but okay, 2 players are in the lobby for Godalions Celeritas. Alright, not the Game 7 I would have hoped for the start, but we'll just restart the game, I guess. We're just going into then a little, little talk about the teams. I think we just have to leave this to Mike. Maybe we can just, get a prediction. So if we begin with Mikey, what do you think is going to win this series? Who do you think is going to win this Game 7 of the Division 2 Grand Finals?
I think it can go either way. I think Ziad Esports, they have all the momentum in the world. And, we've seen what momentum could do for Ziad Esports. They carried it through the lower bracket all day yesterday. And then today, just sweeping Primal Esports. Now, they are so close to taking that title. And I really think it can go either way. If Godalions Celeritas, they tighten up and they get back together, they're definitely the more mechanical side. But I think Ziad Esports will be... I think that momentum is just going to be a little bit too much for Godalions Celeritas.
All right, Coriolis, what's your prediction here in this Game 7?
It's hard to tell because Celeritas just seems so dominant at times, and then they just completely choke leads. That game, they were 3-1 up. They had Ziad on their toes. They were panicking, and suddenly they just let 3 goals go in out of the blue. It's just really disappointing to watch. I mean, if I was to back anyone, I'd want to back Celeritas because on the whole, they seem like the stronger team, but they just have a tendency to really, choke these big leads.
As much as I love the Godalions Celeritas guys, I know them quite well, but to be fair, I hope for Ziad to win this. They've had such a good run out of the lower bracket. In the end, pushing this series to a Game 7 as well. I think 3-1 down. Really great, but starting this Game 7, King Alice, he does his straight in Game 7. And Ziad are on the winning side already, 14 seconds in.
That's insane. Bit part luck, part skill, but he gets the opener with a brilliant dunk across the net.
The angle, insane there from King Alice. Arrow now with the flip reset, tries to get it, but King Alice saving the ball. FTK now in the middle. So bounces, a bit of time to work with. Spana bounces towards the goal, but Zink has no boost to work with. Tries to get it again, but the ball bounces all the way to the other side of the field. King Alice will get it all the way back to the other side, to the side of Godalions Celeritas. Now great touch from Arrow, who can still get the block there, as FTK will try to get another hit on that in the middle. Tries to find his teammate, but great clear there, I think, from Arrow. Yes, it was Arrow who's having the ball here. tries to beat out his opponent, but King Alice blocking the wall. Robo going for the ceiling shot, but FTK denies his ceiling shot, trying to go for the shot itself, but can't find the net now. King Alice over the ball, but Celeritas can finally clear the ball out. Ziad still with the lead. 1 minute pass, Arrow can get the clear out. Patink with a lot of time here, pushing the ball to the corner as he tries to follow it up himself. Robo now finally can get it out for Godalions. Celeritas. The ball now bounces pretty much to the middle. Arrow off to the corner. King Alice drops it down. Robo decides not to go for it. Really out positioning there. Celeritas needs to get a save. He doesn't. And Ziad are up by 2 in this game 7.
Yeah, brilliant catch. Patink just slotting that one past the defense who just don't want to go for anything. It's something I've seen in these past couple games from Celeritas. They just tend to watch these balls flying across the pitch and no one goes for a challenge. No one attempts to even slow down the passing plays. Ziad effectively just get them off for free every single time. Here we see Patink again. A slow challenge from Hunter just leaves him free in the sky.
Yeah, the favorites of Division 2. Seed number 1, but they are 3-0 down here in game number 7 of the Division 2 Grand Finals. What a comeback from Ziad in this series. Of course, it's not done yet. And Godalions Celeritas, they have the capability of coming back in this game 7, but they need to do something else. They need to pick themselves up together, because this is not the start of game 7 they would have hoped for. And now the ball bounces from the back wall. Robo really awkward there. Luckily for him, no one going for that, and then getting the save of King Alice's shot. Arrow now going all by himself, so a little bit too up forward, as he can't really get a good ball on that. King Alice now for the shot. It is wide. FTK coming in now. Can he get a 4th goal? He does indeed. And Godalions Celeritas, it is crumbling apart, and it doesn't look like they're going to win this game 7 from now on.
Yeah, FTK putting that one past a super disorganized Celeritas defense. And this is the problem. Ziad come into game 7 with a lot of momentum because they've won a couple games. Celeritas just struggling, panicking, not rotating properly, letting easy chances open up for this Ziad side, who now have a huge lead. And it's just going to keep building if they're not able to get their heads back on, screwed on right.
Yeah, they still have half time left though. We know how good Godalions Celeritas can be in the offense. Now the ball into the middle. Arrow! Man, you would have hoped for he would pop off a little bit more. Can't find the goal here. The ball bounces into the middle. King Alice going for that off the ceiling as Robo will go for that. Beats out his opponent. It looks like an opener now. Sir Hunter will get it in. And they are back in this game. Still 3 goals down. But at least they got 1. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain in this game 7.
Yeah, lovely pass from Robo. Hunter catching it. In fact, would have missed if not for bouncing it off the opponent's car. Bit lucky for him.
Yeah, well, can they do it? Godalions Celeritas, all the pressure is on them now. And Ziad Esports from the lower bracket, round number 1, 4th place in Division 2.2 with a 3-goal advantage in Game 7 against the favorites of Division 2. Just describes, it shows how important playoffs can be. Arrow with a clutch save there, but Patink now with the ball. Arrow will clear the ball out into the corner, tries to get the ball into the middle for one of his teammates. So Hunter tries to go for a double commit from Ziad Esports. King Alice can't get it over his opponent. But the ball now bounces in front of the goal of Ziad Esports. FTK will get it out. Maybe gets another touch, but Patink will take over now. Robo gets the ball upfield. Maybe gets another touch. Pops the ball up for one of his teammates. Arrow going up for a little bit too slow as FTK takes over. King Alice with the shot. It is over the target, but still a save by Sir Hunter to clear the ball out. Patink in the corner. It's Robo. Awkward hit, but Arrow can still recover from that. As now the ball bounces towards FTK. Can't really get a good shot on. Double commit by Robo and Sir Hunter. Not really what you expect from the Division 2 number 1. As Robo tried to get it off to the back wall. 1 minute remain. The time is ticking, Cryolix. And what does Ziad need to do else? What does Godalions Celeritas need to do else in order to still win this series, win this game here?
They need to score a goal right now, really, because if they don't, it's going to seem very hopeless for them, and they're not going to have the confidence to, pull themselves all the way back in, which they really need to do to get a 3-goal lead. And here's Hunter, bit of a misplay. Arrow trying his best to keep going forwards, but just as the clock ticks down, Celeritas begin to lose hope.
Yeah, we can see Godello in the chat. He basically said the manager of this team, Godalions Celeritas, he said, well, if your team is 3 goals down and with 1 minute remain, don't give up. But the time is really ticking, 20 seconds to go. I think we can say that we have a winner here of Division 2. Ziad Esports, what a run they've had. 10 seconds to go, probably the last 10 seconds of Division 2. I think we can all call this a GG's, as Patink will still go for it. It will probably bounce in the open and no. FTK can get a save. That's the decider of this series. Game 7 won by no one else than the underdogs of Division 2, Ziad Esports. Congratulations to them, and they will be going to be crowned as Division 2 champions.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant final game from them. It's just disappointing to see Celeritas choke in that manner. They seemed very dominant at the beginning of this series. They were 3-1 up, I believe, and just all gone downhill from there. They had this huge lead in Game 6. They managed to choke that somehow to Ziad, just really letting themselves go on defense. As I said, just a seeming inability, or maybe they just don't want to challenge these balls in the air, and they're giving so much freedom to the opposing team.
I think I would have to agree with Kralix there, to be honest. I think it was one of them. I think that first 2 minutes really messed things up for Godalions Celeritas. They came in nervous. They weren't as aggressive and as attacking as they could be. And that really just allowed Ziad Esports to take over. And as much as we love the underdog story, Godalions Celeritas, if they'd have been on point with that and with their defense and with what they were doing in the first 2 minutes, because really the first 2 minutes was what lost them that game.
Yeah, definitely. A really, really good run from Ziad Esports in the lower bracket. Well, let's just first start in league play, where they placed in 4th place, just about making playoffs, winning lower bracket round 1 with 4-1 against the ECC Pubs, winning 4-0 against the Barbarians, then winning 4-1 against Snakebite in loser bracket round 3. And then we've just seen today loser bracket round 4, 4-0 against Prime Esports. And then we've just seen Game 7 against the favorites of Division 2, Godalions Celeritas. They beat them 4-3. Congratulations to Ziad Esports. Great run from them, crowned as Division 2 champions. So really, really well done by them. But we have more to come today. We're not done yet. We still have Division 1 to come up today. We are going to see Domino Academy against Nox Esports Atlanta at 7. So we're just going into a little break. And you just prepare yourself for loser bracket round 3 of Division 1, because things are only getting more spicy from now on. We're just going into a little break. We will see you very